Oh, friends, the hunt for money is beginning, the hunt for all the money in the world. What kind of hunt will this be? A hunt? Well, as a result of this hunt, many will be left without money. No matter how you try to hide your money, only smart people can understand how to hide money, where to keep it, and when and at what moment it needs to be moved from one place and move it to another. So smart people manage to save themselves, which is why these smart people always remain wealthy. But those who happen to earn money by chance and don't know what to do with it will end up in poverty as a result. So the largest bank, the Neobank of Europe, has banned Russians from transferring money from 50 countries. What does this mean? These are some strange news stories that are hard to even understand what they're trying to say. In reality, Russians living in the European Union have started to report en masse that it's impossible to top up their accounts at REVOLUT Bank using bank cards from CIS countries. Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Armenia, according to OnInvest. Citing affected customers, account top-ups were not going through either directly or via the mobile apps of banks from the former USSR countries. But it's all one country, the USSR. They gave the order, so that's how it's going to be. When clients tried to transfer money, they received a refusal and a message saying that the top-up card is no longer supported. It is not supported. At the same time, none of the banks involved are under sanctions. 2 REVOLUT clients residing in France received a letter in which the bank officially notified them of a ban on topping up cards from banks in 52 countries. The list includes countries that saw a mass relocation of Russians after 2022. Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkey, Serbia, Israel, the United Arab Emirates, as well as popular and exciting tourist destinations like vibrant Thailand and captivating Cuba. Unexpectedly, Vietnam and Monaco also appeared on the list. As the reason, REVOLUT cited its own terms and conditions, as well as the tightened requirements of international payment systems. According to the bank's customer support, it was the payment systems themselves that classified a number of countries as high risk for card top-up operations. REVOLUT clarified that the restriction applies only to card-to-card top-ups. At the beginning of November, Russians and Belarusians living in Europe had already encountered account and card blocks. This happened with REVOLUT accounts and cards in the wake of the EU's 19th sanctions package. In its letters, the bank required customers to confirm their right to reside in the EU, EEA, or Switzerland. However, just a few minutes later, notifications about the block still arrived. The British Service-Wise also imposed restrictions. It temporarily blocked the cards of clients from Russia and Belarus. Now, to unblock them, it is necessary to confirm citizenship or a residence permit in an EU country or Switzerland. REVOLUT was founded in 2015 by Nikolai Storonsky and Vlad Yatsenko. The entrepreneur himself has renounced his Russian citizenship since 2022 and holds British citizenship. Forbes estimates his fortune at $7.9 billion. According to its own data, REVOLUT serves more than 60 million clients worldwide. Its most recent valuation in November was $75 billion, confirming the bank's status as the most valuable. Startup in Europe. Well, that's the icing on the cake. REVOLUT. Despite those whom I called the owners who organized the supposed revolution, this is an entrepreneur. Well then, why? Entrepreneur? This word, you know, is somehow unfortunate. Nikolai Storonsky and Vlad Yatsenko. It's just a scream. Who is behind it? How do you think? Yes, the same old Durov. This child, this playboy boy who became a handsome man. He is the one behind REVOLUT. And who is he? He is Putin's son. So what is this REVOLUT? Who did you trust your money to? You trusted your money to the revolution. So this is Russian special forces. These are all military specialists who invent, manage, and create such banks. They create these kinds of banks, online banks that are easy and convenient to use. They're for you, so that your money goes to them. Billions, you see. $75 billion goes through REVOLUT. Interesting? Interesting. To Pavel Durov, you all send everything there. And then you're surprised when it gets blocked. Friends, before you start using a bank, you should at least learn something about it. Well, who are Storonsky and Yatsenko, right? But those last names don't mean anything to you. They probably became rich boys. They're probably rich men now, who supposedly have stepped away from business. But if Pavel Durov is behind them, what do you think that means? They moved to London, so what? What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything at all. A person who owns a bank can live in absolutely any country. But who does REVOLUT block? Russians. Why Russians? Yes, because they have no rights. All Russians now are becoming slaves. Slaves without rights. Runaways. Like a runaway wandering the world. Just running. Remember Valery Leontiev sang? That song about how he was running. But at least he ended up somewhere. But where has the entire Russian people ended up? With their insatiable goiter of this massive Russian spiritual state of society where everyone tries to kill each other, quietly crush one another, write denunciations, gouge out cats' eyes, beat women and the elderly with their feet. And this is called high spirituality. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Pasha Durov does this, oppresses the Russians, knowing that they are his subjects, they are his people. He will call you whatever he wants. Isn't that so? I say seditious things that you have never heard before. But the revolution is being blocked for Russians. Voila. Draw your own conclusion. Turn on your brain switch. What is this in your head for? Turn it on. I am Tanya Karatsuba Sidbukan. December 3rd, 2025. Voila. Life is beautiful, amazing.